Mitch Marner is a star forward for the Toronto Maple Leafs and is entering 2025 NHL free agency as one of the league's top unrestricted free agents. Marner was drafted 4th overall in 2015 and has since become known for his exceptional offensive skills and playmaking ability. In the 2024 to 2025 season, he recorded 102 points with 27 goals and 75 assists in 81 games, marking a career high and solidifying his status as an elite player. It seems more likely than ever that Mitch Marner will test the free agent market. As NHL insider Chris Johnston said on his show, it does appear to me that he's going to walk away in free agency. It is possible every club in the NHL could have some interest in signing Marner, but let's take a look at some of the best fits for him. There's always the possibility Mitch Marner could re-sign with the Toronto Maple Leafs. However, this seems unlikely, as he reportedly turned down multiple lucrative extension offers throughout the season. The Athletic NHL staff say the Leafs shouldn't bother with re-signing Mitch Marner, and a split is what's best for the player and the team. According to Anthony DeMarco of Daily Faceoff, Mitch Marner is unlikely to sign with a Canadian team. That means it's likely he won't end up playing with former teammate Nazem Kadri on the Flames or Brady Tkachuk on the Senators. The Los Angeles Kings have struggled in the playoffs, dropping 4 straight first-round series to the Edmonton Oilers. Could a top-tier player like Marner help push them further into the playoffs? Could a life in Los Angeles, California be attractive for Marner and his family? James Myrtle of The Athletic says about the Kings, "What's interesting is the Kings have enough cap room that they can pay that asking price and still go after Marner with a massive Draisaitl-like offer, which is why we have them as a top candidate to land the soon-to-be ex-Leaf." The Athletic NHL staff say the Kings should do everything they can to pursue Marner. The Chicago Blackhawks are a strong contender to take a chance on Marner. The team needs to surround Connor Bedard with better players, and the Blackhawks have more than $30 million to spend this summer. The Pittsburgh Penguins are another team that could be a fit for Marner. Kyle Dubas, the general manager of the Penguins, has a relationship with Mitch Marner from his time as GM of the Leafs. The Penguins could use a younger player who could help them get back into the playoffs. The Penguins also have the cap room available to make the signing. Could Mitch Marner end up playing with his childhood hero, Sidney Crosby? The Athletic NHL staff say they shouldn't bother with signing Marner and should rebuild instead. The New York Islanders could be an interesting destination for Mitch Marner. The Islanders have the NHL's first overall pick this year, so adding Marner could lead to 2 new top-end additions to the team for the 2025 to 2026 season. The New York Rangers could be another blockbuster landing spot for Mitch Marner. He could play alongside Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, and Alexis Lafreniere. However, to sign Marner, the Rangers would need to do some cap maneuvering. The Athletic NHL staff say the New York Rangers should not bother with signing Marner. The Tampa Bay Lightning could take a shot at Marner, but there are some glaring issues. Lightning coach John Cooper coached Marner at the Four Nations tournament and will likely coach him again at the Winter Olympics. However, getting Marner to Tampa Bay would take some cap magic, and Marner would have to take a back seat to Nikita Kucherov. The Buffalo Sabres are a team in need of a playoff appearance, and Mitch Marner could help them get there. The Sabres have around $21 million available in cap space to sign Marner. The Athletic NHL staff say the Montreal Canadiens shouldn't bother with signing Marner. The Columbus Blue Jackets are a team that the Athletic NHL staff say should do everything they can to pursue Marner. According to Aaron Portzline of The Athletic, the Blue Jackets are expected to pursue Marner this free agency. The Detroit Red Wings are another team in need of a playoff berth and plenty of room in cap space to sign Marner. Marner could play alongside star Dylan Larkin. Could Mitch Marner be the key to making the playoffs for the Red Wings? The Utah Mammoth could be an interesting option for Mitch Marner. The Mammoth have tons of money available in cap space and could use a superstar to draw in new fans. Myrtle says about the team, The Mammoth have 21 NHL players signed, 11 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 2 goalies, and more than $20 million in cap space. So don't be surprised if they're in big on Marner, Nikolai Ehlers, and/or any trade targets who can put the puck in the net. The Seattle Kraken could be another interesting landing spot for Marner. If the Kraken signed Marner, he would instantly become one of, if not the best players on the team. The athletic NHL staff say the Kraken should do everything they can to sign Marner. If Mitch Marner goes to the Boston Bruins, it would sting for Leafs fans, but it's another possibility. Rumor has it the Bruins have significant interest in Marner, who are looking to retool to get back into the playoffs. The Carolina Hurricanes already expressed interest in Mitch Marner when they tried to trade Mikko Rantanen for him a few months ago. Marner would fit in with the team's analytical approach. The team additionally has $30 million in cap space this offseason. However, Mitch Marner's history of playoff losses could deter the team from signing him. James Myrtle says, "The Hurricanes are obviously going to be in the Marner sweepstakes, as adding a superstar is their top need, and they were pushing hard for him at the deadline." A long-shot team for Marner is the Colorado Avalanche. Mitch Marner has already won gold with Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar at the Four Nations face-off. But Colorado would have to rearrange their roster to make the deal happen, and they already let go of top-end right-winger Mikko Rantanen, so signing Mitch Marner to take his place might seem questionable. The athletic NHL staff say the Colorado Avalanche should not bother trying to get Marner. The Anaheim Ducks are another potential landing spot for Mitch Marner. They've already made changes, firing their head coach Greg Cronin and replacing him with Joel Quenneville. Could they be poised to make more changes? Watching Mitch Marner play with Trevor Zegras, Troy Terry, and Mason McTavish would be fun for sure. James Myrtle of The Athletic says about Anaheim, "Some of the chatter is that they'll potentially be the high bidder for Mitch Marner, with an unheard-of average annual value north of the $14 million that the Oilers' Leon Draisaitl currently makes as the NHL's highest-paid player." The Vegas Golden Knights could be yet another potential landing spot for Marner. The team has had a history of getting high-profile players in the past, like Jack Eichel and Alex Pietrangelo. Marner could play alongside players like Jack Eichel. Vegas would have to clear up some cap space to sign Marner, potentially by trading a player like William Karlsson. However, the team might be willing to do this. Reports indicate the Vegas Golden Knights were involved in talks to acquire Marner at the trade deadline in a 3-team deal that would have sent Mikko Rantanen to Toronto from Carolina. Even the Florida Panthers could take a shot at Mitch Marner, as they will have $19 million in cap space available. Marner has ties to Matthew Tkachuk as they played junior hockey together. Cam Robinson of Elite Prospects writes about Florida. Word is that Toronto has opened the door to a sign-and-trade scenario where they ink Marner to a max-term extension, 8 years, and then flip him to recoup some level of value. Now let's talk about how much Mitch Marner could get paid. Marner's contract with the Leafs made him $10.9 million over 6 years for a total of around $65 million. Marner is likely to earn around $13 million to $15 million per season over 7 to 8 years. One estimate puts Marner's contract at $12.9 million over 7 years for a total over $90 million. It's not hard to see Marner's new contract being over $100 million total. One throwaway account on Reddit writes about Marner. "Honestly, I've loved the guy, but I think it's probably for best parties to depart at this point. He struggles a bit in the playoffs, but seems to get the ton of the blame Chuck's scapegoat, even as the other guys also not performing. Ig Matthews was atrocious in this playoffs. Marner was pretty good up to Game 4 of the Florida series, then fell back. The trade block to me is unfair judgment on him, because one, it was his choice, whether or to use it. As a Toronto guy, he might not have been thinking of going anywhere at that point. His post-interview finally showed some sign that he thought he wouldn't be a Leaf anymore. And 2, his wife was quite pregnant. She gave birth during the Florida series. Probably didn't want to uproot family, cause his wife unnecessary stress when they were expecting their first child. Matthews is going to get the brunt of it if he goes, because I'm tired of our 60-plus goal scorer all of a sudden go dry come playoff time. Bit tangent aside, wherever he signs, I hope he's happy with his decision, and his family can have peace. Well, other than his annoying father, I can see him playing in San Jose, Anaheim, or Chicago, albeit the latter is a lot closer to the Leafs when it comes to base. Pittsburgh and Florida dark horses. If he wants to stay close, then Detroit would be a big chance, but I don't think he's going to want to play in Toronto at least 2 to 3 times a year. Ha ha. So, where do you think Mitch Marner will sign? Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want more content. Thank you very much.